Man, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, Rain Man? Old ass CD I done had 20 years playing. What's up, people? What's up? What's up? What's up? Oh man, how y'all doing? Thank you, great Rainy Woman. Thank you, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Um, what's up, Doug? Doug in the house. What's up? Um, I'm on my way to work. Guys, I guess I just want to come on. It's gonna be a short video. I'm already getting on 400 as you can see. So, um, we get my ass over. They all on my damn bump. Damn. Anyway, what's up, Too Real? Guys, I just want to come on here and talk about budgeting and how it's really a main tool that you can use. It's powerful. I really believe that. I don't know if you guys watched my video from last night about work ethic and stuff like that, but I had a clip in there from my homeboy's channel, and he literally lives on 50% of his money. Literally. Guys, I don't care what you may feel like white supremacy does. You may feel like the white man is doing, he does this, he does that. If you are a budgeting individual, if you live on drastically less, like 50%, at least 60 to 70, maybe 70, I'll give you 30%. If you can set aside 30% of your check every week, you are really, able to really leap in major ways ahead of the competition in many areas. Most people I know live paycheck to paycheck. I'm talking about people I know making $70, $80, $100. And they literally live, they look like it. They're driving a $100,000 car. They live in the $350,000, $400,000 house. You know what I'm saying? Which is bad technically, but 350,000 ain't that bad. But add that up with credit card debt, add that up with all the other shit, and that shit becomes almost damn near insurmountable. A $4,000 mortgage is like a $600,000 house. And I know people whose household income is like $250 and they got a $600,000 house. You know what I'm saying? Wife making about 100 if she lucky. Husband making over 125, 130. And they struggling because they living way above their means. Guys, I'm speaking from my own person. I'm ministering to myself, if you will. Guys, what do you do with your money? Do you sit down every week and tell every dollar what to do? Because if you don't, what happens is your money will tell you what to do. You know what I'm saying? Do you tell every penny what to do? I know it really seems very messed up. Like, damn, man. Who wants to live a life counting every dime? And I hear black folks say, I've heard black people make a dumbass statement. Only a celebrity who doesn't really understand the value of a dollar would say some shit like, I work too hard to be balling on a budget. Only a celebrity who really has that. I remember when Britney Spears, I watched The Fabulous Life of, and they said Britney Spears literally was doing some shit in New York and chartered a jet to fly over to Seattle to get her some damn coffee. Like, this is the type of shit that dumb people do that got money, but they rich. And they're like, okay, I'm rich, I'm a celebrity, I got money, I'm gonna do this. Now you like be like, man, I wouldn't do that shit. Yeah, you probably wouldn't do that shit, but you might do other shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, guys, you might have a lot of shit hitting your account, and you might be like, well, shit, man, I got a lot of shit hitting my account. I need to make sure that I got everything I need. Like I got extra, I got, Hulu, I got Netflix, I got all this shit hitting my account. and that shit running my account down, and you look up, you don't constantly check your damn account. You need to be watching your damn account. Another thing that really will help you guys is a website called Mint, M-I-N-T, like breath mint, mint.com. What they do is they have a lot of applications and stuff like that. They send you emails on every damn thing that you do with your damn account. When you get a major deposit, how much your check is. They show you in percentages how much you spending on entertainment, how much you can classify that shit and group it. Instead of spending this on entertainment, frivolous, discretionary income shit. What am I doing? You need to be able to know that shit. You need to be able to know to a dollar, to within a moment, and say, okay, I'm gonna get paid, and I'm pretty much comfortable knowing how much between now and next week I'm gonna spend. What's up, man? You know what I'm saying? I'm comfortable knowing, okay, I got paid today. I got X amount of which I'm gonna pay this bill, and by next week I'm gonna have X. And you need to try to, I'm gonna tell you guys a secret. It's just my personal opinion. This is what I would do if I were you guys and y'all heading into work or y'all at work. Go ahead, get you a savings account at some bank, right? Throw half of your check in that damn savings account, or however much of your check, whatever percentage that you want, save, right? Throw that money in that savings account and keep it moving. And then every week when you get paid, you don't even see that shit. If it's just $250, $300, whatever, a week, if it's just $100, depending on how much money you make, you know what I'm saying? You need to do, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I would do more than 10% of my damn check. That's just, I'm sorry, that's just me. I would be throwing way more than 10% of my check in a savings account. Because what happens over time is that shit will grow up, man, fast. You'd be like, damn, man, I've been working. You know what I'm saying? And the reason I talk about this because of the industry I'm in and the type of money they pay us. We can grow fast. You can grow an account on 50% of your. I can make 50% of my money and save it. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you guys a trade secret. You can grow an account. You making $2,000 a week. You can comfortably live a good lifestyle off $1,000 a week in Atlanta. I mean, comfortably. You can pay your bills. You might not be able to go shopping and do some of the extra shit. But when it comes to, okay, I'm gonna pay my bills. Now, that's for me. That's for me personally. Now, could I go? I'll afford. Y'all see this old regular ass car I'm riding? It ain't regular. I actually like this damn car, as you can see. I like this car. You see how many miles I got on this damn car? I don't give a shit. I ain't trying to impress nobody. It looks nice. Nice little orange Infiniti FX35. I ain't trying to impress a soul. Got me a little sunroof. You know what I'm saying? I like this damn car. It got a nice motor. Motor clean as a damn. You can eat off the motor. Don't got no oil leaks. It's good. Alcohol. Shit. I ain't finna buy me no damn new car. Now, could I go get me a damn, $50,000 truck or some shit? Yeah, but I'm trying to do something. I got shit I'm trying to accomplish. You know what I'm saying? So if you're trying to accomplish something, then what you need to do is understand that you need to, you know what I'm saying, be able to understand how your mind works as well. What did you say, brother? You say I started at 50 weekly in a different account, in a different bank account. Yeah, guys, let me say something, man. Open up you a savings account. Do it today. Do not wait. If you're getting paid, go do it today and manually put that money in there. Get that damn account number. Go log in on your company, your job website, and put that shit in there so it go in there automatic. Sometimes they do it in percentages, which I love. I love when they let you do it in percentages. I don't like having it set up where you got to do it in like a set amount. I want it in percentages. So if I work 1 week, I might work 4 days. You know what I'm saying? So I might, I need my money. I don't want to be pulling money out of my savings account. So what I'll do is I just had the shit set up on percentage. Now, if I don't shit, then I just do the shit manually every week. But I'm gonna tell you something about the way you feel about an account. You'll start saving money in an account, right? It's a good ass feeling. Let me tell you something. When you drop like $2,000, not even $2,000, you drop like, I'm gonna go small. Let's say you drop $100 in an account, right? That shit feel good, bro. It's a good ass feeling. I don't care what nobody say. You drop 100, you like, man, they ain't nothing but $100. Next time you get, let's say you get paid every 2 weeks, drop another 100. All right, I got $200 in there. Now you might get a 18. What's up, DC? You might get a $800 check every week, every 2 weeks, right? But you might say, well, damn, man, I'm just gonna drop $100 out of that $800 check. Some shit you probably wouldn't miss, right? And you just put that shit in and you forget about it, right? And that shit just going in there every 2 weeks. You work a year. You look up at the end of that damn year, your ass got $2,600 in there, right? You're like, damn, that's a lot of money. Then you get your income tax, right? If you making $800 every 2 weeks, you're gonna get a nice little check back. You should at least get about $1,800, $1,900 back, even with no kids. I know, trust me, right? So you get about $1,800 to $2,000 back on income tax. You drop half of that in there. You might spend half of it, right? Then you keep going. You work by the end of that next year, you close to about $6,000 in that account. You might be, what the fuck I'm gonna do with $6,000? There ain't no money. That's a lot of money to a motherfucker making $8,000. I'm sorry. That's a lot of money to somebody making $400 a week. That's a lot of money. You're only making $30,000. You know what I'm saying? And you only took $100 and dropped it in there. I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen by the time you get to that. By the time you get to $2,600, I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. If you really motivated, what you'll start doing is dropping $300 in there some weeks, sometime. You know, okay, I paid my bills with the first check. I'm gonna take $300 and drop it in there this time. Then you might be like, shit, I can make it off $500 in 2 weeks. Shit, I ain't got to be, lunch. I ain't got to be eating out, spending $35 to eat out for lunch and doing shit, which is what I do sometimes. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? Some days I can say, fuck it, I'm gonna go to Cookout, get me a burger, right? $5, come back, and you might say, man, I'm gonna eat out on Fridays and Saturdays. On Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. The rest of the week, Monday through Thursday, there's no reason for me to be spending money like that. Monday through Thursday, I need to be saving. So on Monday and Thursday, I got a $25 lunch budget, or period, but dinner budget, food budget. You might be like, okay, for lunch, I'm gonna do a $5 lunch and I'm gonna do a $20 dinner. You still can eat out damn near 5 days a week. See how cheap that shit is? You know what I'm saying? So in a week, you might spend $100. You spend $200 just on food over 2 weeks. You had $600 left over because you put $2 in the account. You already had paid your bills. You put maybe $100 for gas over 2 weeks. That's it. Fill up your tank once a week, you good. Now in Atlanta, that shit ain't gonna work. You might need $400. You might, not $200, maybe $300 for gas. You know what I'm saying? Depending on what you're driving. When you're driving something like this, you're gonna spend some money. You know what I'm saying? But if you got your little small gas saver, you probably drop about $50 in there. You need to think, man. Think about what you do. As black people, or you can invest in the stock market or just investing. I'm not opposed to investing at all. You can drop your money in there. However, it will be penalized if you want to have access to it. And the brokers and shit like that will hit your ass with fees and a lot of. Now, every stock market investing tool ain't like that, but it depends. Like if you dropping this shit in your mutual fund or something like that, then yeah. But if you dropping it in something that you can access quickly, and it won't be so much of a penalty to get it out, then by all means, go right ahead. And you can draw more than the little 1% they're gonna give you off your bank account. I wasn't saying save the money so that you could just save for retirement or something. No, this is for an investment. This is money, you know what I'm saying, that you do for an investment. So a lot of times, what I want you guys to pay attention to with this is this money that you use for an investment ain't something necessarily that you're going to take and just be throwing away like that. Or not, throwing in other investments. You might take money that you're doing an investment with, and you might say, well, man, shit, I'm going to take this money. I'm going to start this business. I don't want to borrow a loan. Or I'm going to start real estate investing. They want me to bring 20% down. Right? And if you're making $30,000, a person making $30,000, 20% down, that takes discipline. I said in the other last live video I did yesterday, I said that, and I believe this, anyone with proper discipline and decent intelligence in a Western society can become a millionaire. I believe that. I really wholeheartedly believe that. If you tell every dollar what to do, if you manage your, you will be able to take that money and throw it into a sort of investment vehicle. And when I say discipline, when you sell a house and you make 40, 50, see, I done made money, and I understand the temptation of saying, okay, I got $75,000 in the bank. Shit, I want this. I want this. I want to take a trip. Fuck it, let's go. Or I got $70,000 in the bank. I want to do this. I want to do that. I want to eat out. You go eat out and spend $200. Won't think twice about that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because you got money. You think you know, and that's it. So we as black, you need to understand, what does the Bible say? If you're faithful over little things, I make you ruler over many. So at the end of the day, what are you doing with the small amounts of money that you have? The small amounts of money, guys, let me tell you something. You have everything you need right here surrounded. Every dollar matters, right? When I hear people say shit like, I work too hard to be balling on the budget. You work hard, you deserve it. You know, you deserve it. Give yourself treat yourself. Give yourself you work hard. Go buy that car. You deserve it. Go take that trip, girl. Fuck that. You know what I'm saying? And women, listen to this, sisters. If you with a man, what's up, Naima? If you with a guy, and that guy is trying to build something, man, it ain't always about the damn Gucci purse. It ain't always about the damn, if you're trying to start a business, man, invest it. You should rather be more excited about that guy investing in your business. You know what I'm saying? That's just real. You know what I'm saying? I do think that there are times where people, I'm about to buy one now. So, hey, I'm about to buy somebody a purse. I don't want to buy that shit. But it's their birthday, and I know they go all out for me. I don't give a fuck. I'll be like, look, you ain't got to spend shit for my birthday. Fuck it. You ain't got to do nothing. Take me to the movies. You know what I'm saying? Get me a little dinner. We go shit. We spend $100. I'm happy. It's my birthday. That's how I am. I always, because I'm a guy, I'm an old-fashioned man. I don't believe in women just doing a lot of shit for me. I don't. I do my own. Like, whatever I want, I get it myself. You know what I'm saying? I really will. I'm not the guy that's built like that. I'm not built like, well, damn, man, shit, I'm going to get her this because, she need to give me this. But once I do this, and then you go and spend $50 for my birthday, I'm going to feel some type of way. I will admit. You know what I'm saying? But fuck all that. That's consumerism. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, we really don't need to do none of that shit, man. As black people, we as black people think we richer than what the fuck we really are. We damn near think we white. We can't do this. You cannot do what white people do. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, put it right back for emergencies. That's what Dave Ramsey talks about, $1,000 emergency fund. Guys, I'm gonna tell you something, man. You need to be willing to do what it is you have to do to get where it is you have to go. And sometimes that means riding a beat up old ass jalopy. Sometimes that means and wearing beat up toe down ass shoes. Y'all know how often I would buy basketball shoes when I became an adult. When I was a kid, I felt like I needed shoes because people used to talk shit. Oh, that nigga got on them cheap ass shoes. When I got older, I didn't give a damn. You know how often I go 3 or 4 years, 5 years before I buy a pair of basketball shoes. I wear them bitches to the bottom of them. And will bust your ass out there with some $50 Nikes on. That's what I believe in. And laugh about that shit. Niggas be like, man, he got on them old ass Nikes. Come check me. Let me show you something, youngster. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it's not about that, man. At the end of the day, like I think one of our major problems, you guys kind of notice a pattern on my channel. I've been dealing with what I consider the things that we can control. Not hyper emotionalism, pleading for somebody to give us some damn, some sort of, what's the word? Compassion. You're not going to get compassion. You black. You know what I'm saying? You're a black man. Nobody gives a fuck about you. And that's okay. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to me. I don't really need somebody to feel sorry for my ass. What I need, and what we as black people need, is to really think about the shit that's before us right now. The opportunities that are before us. I think right now we are on the precipice of being able to really, I ain't gonna say we're on the precipice. Shit, we was on the precipice probably 25, 30 years ago. I think right now, black people, there are enough black people in the black community, so much so that have money that we could literally pull ourselves up out of our own condition. I believe that. You know what I'm saying? I will debate anyone. I will debate anyone. Send me an email that thinks that we can't fix our own circumstance. In this, and what do I mean? There are enough black people, and I agree with. I'm starting to get to this point. Do I think that, especially these athletes that are doing all this pro-black talk and putting up these memes and trying to kneel before the national anthem, talking about the struggle and shit like that. Man, y'all, I don't need you to do no damn meme. I don't need you to kneel for no national anthem. The NBA, the NFL, Major League Baseball, y'all motherfuckers is making millions. Y'all motherfuckers is pulling in billions. If y'all just took 5% of your check, 5% of your check and challenge these damn NFL and NBA teams to do something, right? You guys could do, you just with the NFL, just with the professional athletes, we are probably 75-80% of all professional athletes right now. We are black people. We don't think we damn near 90% of the NBA. ADOS. I'm not just talking about, well, I don't know, if you take the Africans out, maybe. But I'm just saying, Africans might make up 20%. Still, we make up at least half of the damn NBA, man. We got enough guys in the NBA making, I'm guaranteed money. Them guys, a lot, even if you're not a max player, your ass is walking up out of these teams with, off the bench, you making $8-9 million on the bench a year. And you like, well, damn, that ain't no money. Okay, fine. I ain't saying, dude, I ain't saying come up off all your damn check. But if they paying you $75,000 a week, dog, I mean, shit, man, can you made $75,000 check after taxes. Can you drop $6,000, $3,500? That's all we talking about. That's how much, if you making $75,000 a week, we are talking about $3,500 towards the cause. That's it. That's some shit you would wipe your ass with $3,500. I've been around NBA players. I've seen NBA players who will ride around with $40,000 cash in a damn garbage bag, not a garbage bag, in a paper bag in his fucking trunk. Like just pulling it out to show people, talking shit, pulling out their NBA card, trying to not their NFL card and shit. I seen them niggas do that. I've been in the club. Y'all black, y'all know. Damn near every dude I know, everybody I know knows that NFL player from their city. They got hella money and always flexing. Always, I'm like, nigga, you got enough money where the shit won't even hurt. You won't even feel it if somebody challenged you to say, hey man, let's help our people, man. Let's start doing, you making shit. $75,000 a week ain't no money really, because time 50, that's barely $3-4 million take home. That's nothing. You know what I'm saying? That's like what, 70 times 50, 75 times 50. What's that? 33.5 million? That ain't shit. These dudes making way more than that. Well, they giving half in Texas. Let me tell you something about rich folks, dog. This is what I really believe. First of all, the reason they get behind in back taxes is because they have to pay their own shit. They are contractors. They on contract. The NFL pay them all they fucking money. So these niggas, if you making $7 million, and let's say they give you a 12-month contract, and they paying you $8 million. Right? They literally giving that guy who I just made that example for, they literally give him $150,000 a week, every week, direct deposit. And guess what? They do that shit in 9 months. Actually, they usually pay them over the course of 9 months, if I'm not mistaken. Some of them do. Sometimes they pay them over the course of the season. Sometimes they do it depends on how you want to set your contract up. Just like a school teacher. School teachers can get paid over the year. A school teacher can get paid over 9 months. Now, I'm going to tell you guys like this. If you over the season, you talking about from October to June. So you talking about roughly 8 months. You got an 8-month season where they paying your ass $1 million a month. So they making them dudes getting $250,000 a Friday. So when I say, think about this shit, man. So when I say, hey, you donate this money, that's actually with pre-tax dollars. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you say, okay, well, I'm gonna give it of my net, right? And you like, okay, well, it's only about 300 guys in the NFL, NBA. Well, yeah, but out of those 300 guys, everybody ain't making $7, $8 million. I'm with these guys. I've seen role players making 15, 20 million. You got guys making 30, 40 million. Then you got guys that's making the damn endorsements and shit like that they got. Man, that shit add up, man. That shit add up. I think we could righteously pull $1 billion out of our professional athletes annually, and they won't even fucking feel it. I'm talking about with them, if they could just get 500,000, which ain't hard, 500,000 plus if we get the teams to match it. Man, that shit will fix the black community over the next 25, 30 years. Half the problems that we have, we would, and then we start like credit unions and shit. This is easy shit. And then, you know what, guys? I ain't trying to say this. Like, I know people that are financial counselors who think just like I do. I know a brother out of Chicago. He literally tried this shit with some NBA players just to get them to invest in their own neighborhoods, right? And they wouldn't do it. He said 1%, and they would not do it. This is NFL players in Chicago. Damn, I know I ain't locked my damn keys. Couldn't have. Anyway, but this is NBA players, man. This dude was talking about, he said NFL players. He was like, man, I couldn't get them guys to get 1%. And we was gonna start buying some investments, and we was just gonna put the money in he's gonna put it in something. He said some type of. He's a financial guy. That's what he does full time. That's what he does for. He's a I forget what you call it. He's certified. Got his Series 6. This ain't just no slouch ass guy I was talking about. This guy's a multi-millionaire. You know what I'm saying? More than half those guys he was talking to. So I'm not talking about no little slouch ass dude. And he said them dudes wouldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? That lets you know right there what type of motherfuckers we dealing with. See what I'm saying? And I think that's the thing. Like, we need to stop being fans of these motherfuckers. Because a lot of times what's going on is, and that's why I'm just saying, like, I'm not knocking with LeBron. LeBron does his thing, so I'm not shitting on just LeBron. You guys think I hate him. I'm a lighten up on LeBron. I'm not just talking about him. It's a lot of them. Do you understand what if Steph Curry, LeBron James, Kevin Durant, Kawhi Leonard, if just the top 20 guys that's earners in the NBA, you know what I'm saying? If these top 20 guys, Dame Dollar, I'm talking about all these guys are making, they got 200, and they got, just between the top 20 guys, you're probably looking at righteously, I will venture to say maybe $3 billion of revenue that they're actually pulling in just off the top 20 players in income. You know what I'm saying? Because each one of these guys has gotten 220, 200. I mean, each one, go look it up. These guys, that's a max deal now. Max deals in the NBA are over 200 million for a max deal. So it's nothing for an NBA player to make $35, $40 million just from his team, not including endorsements. These shoe contracts are giving them 25, 30 million on top of. Jordan made his money off his shoe money. He was making through 2-3 million until he got to the last few seasons. You know what I'm saying? But Jordan was making his money off Jordans, off the shoes. These guys now, they getting shoe money, plus they getting the damn the team. You know what I'm saying? These guys making 70, 80. We just don't put the math together. These dudes are making 75 million a year. Gross. Million. And by the way, this is money that they have to work with an accountant. These guys ain't paying the whole 70. If you think they finna write a check to the IRS, if I'm making 75 million for $37.5 million, you out your damn mind. You wouldn't be, if I give you $1 billion right now, would you say, hey man, the government, Uncle Sam need $500,000? First thing you're gonna do is go call your tax attorney and you'll call you an accountant. And you'll say, how can I pay the Uncle Sam 200 million instead of, and they'll figure out a way and you will righteously be able to do it. I don't blame the rich for doing that shit. I would do the same thing and so would you. I'll never get mad about the rich need to pay their fair share, like Obama. I'm like, man, Obama making an ass out of folks. That's what the rich people supposed to do. They do the same shit black people do. That's why most of us try to file $10,000 tax returns. We try to get a refund, even if we make it 100,000. That's what we do. That's just human nature. People ain't trying to cut no check to no damn IRS. But what I'm saying, guys, is these professional athletes, could really righteously fix the conditions of the black community. I'm not talking about just cut checks to motherfuckers either. I'm talking about creating credit unions and force the NBA to match every dollar they put up. These guys can put up 75. I mean, just off these guys alone, you take $3 billion. They're just off the top 20 players. $3 billion. What's 1% of that? 30 million? So 1% of 30 million, I said 10%, but I'm gonna be nice. $30 million matched is $60 million. You like, well, how the fuck we gonna fix our shit with 60 million? That ain't no money. Well, first of all, $60 million dropped into a bank, a credit union. Bro, you know what that shit would do for the black, for just, if we started a credit union and they started doing microloans for businesses, descendants of slaves, right? What would that do? You like, well, man, shit, I can't, man, what, $10,000 microloans, what could that do? First of all, you do know that a lending institution can loan out, upwards of 11 times their actual cash holdings. So if you give a bank $60 million, that is literally 60 times 10, 600 million. That's the first year. This is every year, guys. Every year, 600 million, 1.2 billion, 1.8 billion. So over a 4 or 5 year period, you got this money in the city, like, and let's say you just start over 20 years, let's say you just start saying, okay, we're gonna start at this city. Because in 20 years, guess what? Players gonna be making shit way more than what they're making now. They're gonna be making $200 million a year, probably. Some of these, they're gonna be playing $100 million a year soon. That's what they're gonna make. They're gonna be billionaire basketball players in a minute. This money's gonna get flooded into our communities, and what's gonna happen when you got that type of money, an ocean of money being flooded into our communities, guys to mobilize in the black community that want to do things, start businesses, and do certain things. Is there any time today you'll be free to take a call? Yeah, I'm working in all day by myself. But if you want to holler at me, call me, email me, and then call me later today. I'll give you my phone number. You can call me, and we'll chop it up. But guys, if you want to do anything somebody would want to do in the black community economically would be easy, because we will have certain businesses. Like, okay, let's say, okay, so let's do the math. We got $600 million worth of loans that they can possibly make out. Let's just say they don't loan out that much. Let's say they loan out a couple of $100 million, say $200 million worth of loans. They do micro loans. Each one, $200 million, and now take him out $1 million is 10 loans is 100,000. 100 loans is $1 million, right? So 100 loans times 200 is, so 100 times 2, that's 2,000 loans per year, micro loans. So that would be 2,000 small businesses that are started. Out of those 2,000 small businesses, only 20 of them will actually succeed and grow into a major company that's able to employ upwards of maybe 25, 30 employees. You're like, well, man, how the fuck is that going to help you? See, because we started, but we looking at this shit like, but that's just the first year. We do this shit every year. And you start in towns, you start in cities where it'll really make an impact. Because if you go drop that shit into a big ass ocean, you're not going to feel it. But you start in a city like Montgomery, Alabama, $60 million in Montgomery, Alabama. And that's what you do. You just start in like these small areas, and you just don't, that's where you can really control that shit. You'd rather be the big fish in a small pond than going up into a major area like New York, Chicago, LA, where the motherfucker, you gonna get diluted with Mexicans and gays and shit. Fuck all them. Fuck them. You know what I'm saying? You want to do this shit for your people. You start in areas, rural areas, small, not rural, but smaller areas. You know what I'm saying? Flint, Michigan. Now, Saginaw, Michigan. Places like that. Smaller towns, Jackson, Mississippi, where it's mostly black, but it's a lot of underserved people that can't really get their hands on the resources. And then these people have to come into these bank and lending institutions and start being able, so they're, Jackson, Mississippi ain't too far from New Orleans. Saginaw ain't too far from Detroit. So these teams that you can start a credit union and name that shit after the team. Guess what? You start a credit union, how many of these players are gonna just say, fuck it, I'm gonna put my whole check in that damn bank? See, now, I was just talking about 1%. What if these guys were to take their check and put it in that bank? How many of these players would just say, fuck it, man, I'm gonna put my whole check in this bank, because I want to be able to come and work with this institute because I like what this bank is doing. See what I'm saying? I like what this, not bank, but this credit union. I like what they doing. I'm gonna put I want my whole check going, at least 10% or 25% of my check going into this. And you got guys making $100 million and they dropping $25 million in there per year. What would that do? What would these banks be able to lend? They would all be under one umbrella instead of just locally. So you can really make an impact. It will be one bank, but it'll be a national credit union. This shit ain't gonna cost them players shit. It ain't gonna, because first of all, the 1% that they giving away is actually tax deductible. They giving that shit to Uncle Sam anyway. Newark, that's what I'm saying. This is little bitty shit like this. You think, I'm gonna tell you something funny. Do you think I'm the first guy who thinks like this? That's what I was telling my homeboy in Michigan. I was talking to him. He said the same thing. I said, bro, you can't tell me ain't nobody come up to these guys and said this shit before. I'm sure somebody was talking about this shit back in the 80s and 90s. You can't look at our condition. What do we have at our disposal? And I was just talking about our community. We have a bunch of rappers, athletes, and celebrities that are rich. And we also have a bunch of wealthy black people that we know nothing about because we don't look up to them. We look up to the rappers and athletes. You know what I'm saying? But I think this is something we could kind of do. And there's a guy by the name of Black Patriarch. Go subscribe to his channel. One of the best damn YouTubers, if not the best on YouTube. One of my favorites. Definitely in my top 5. But that guy had a video, The Black Tax. In that video, he was just basically outlining how black people can basically give themselves reparations and repair our own issues in our own community. And he was just saying that if you're a government employee, he said most of our people work for the government. He said the government can make a debit card that every 5 years it disperses and they take a small percentage of your pre-tax or something like that, like 2%, 3%. And then guess what? There are only businesses, the only businesses that will accept this money will be businesses that are 65, 75% black owned. This way, it forces black people to take their money and circulate it in their community. We'd be forced into, like we was under segregation. And we would go back to what we used to do, but we're doing it in a small way because in 5 years, 3% of your pre-tax income or at a job where you've been making, let's say 60,000, you work for the state or city or whoever, school teacher, whatever. 3% of your pre-tax income per year is what, $1,800 per year times 5, that's $9,000 on a debit card. And you got black furniture stores. You got black people that sell cars. You got black, whatever, fill in the blank, car washes, restaurants. Everybody that has a black business now will then be able to first, because we'll be going back to how it used to be under Jim Crow. Of course, we wouldn't say it like that. But these are just some, that's what they call the black tax. Because I kind of butchered it, I'm sure. He was more in depth with it. But this is the type of shit he was talking about. You know what I'm saying? And I just think that we have enough money to fix our own lives. And this is working on an individual level as well, guys. So when you start talking about saving and budgeting to business, a lot of times if you're doing a rehab, they want you to have 20% down. If you're doing you might be trying to buy properties off of the tax lien list. You know what I'm saying? Or not the tax lien, what they call it? The land bank. And you buying tax properties and stuff like that, you might want to buy those. If you're trying to buy those, then you need to be able to, jump your ass out there and pay $5,000, $6,000 for some property. Where you gonna get it from? I got bad credit, ain't got no money. How do I do? Well, shit, you start working towards it. You know what I'm saying? Time is ticking, man. Time is ticking. The one thing that's gonna happen is you're gonna get older. Time is gonna tick. And you're going to keep working because you got to pay your bills. You got to eat. You got to survive. And you keep talking about, well, I ain't got no resources. I only make $30,000. If you're too lazy and you don't want to go and try to improve your skills by coming to the, Lifting the Veil IT Academy, then if you want to, or whatever, not just my class, but anywhere, if you're not trying to improve your skills, then one of the main things and one of the only options you'll have is what I just described, something like this, man. But make sure, guys, that you could do something. Let me read some of these comments. Me and my pops was talking about this years ago. It's easy to implement. Black folks would rather deal with small hats. Exactly. Michael Jordan has enough bread to do that. I don't know why he didn't start it. Well, I don't want to put the onus on one particular athlete or celebrity like Oprah or Jordan or LeBron. I don't think he should care. I don't think no celebrity should be made, or millionaire, anybody successful should be made to lift the whole damn community out with 55, 60% of his damn liquid cash savings. And no, that ain't fair to them. I believe it should be everybody, including us. We should all contribute to it. Because I promise you, when they start some shit like that, I'm going to put my money in it. I would put my whole check in there. Everything I got, I would shut down all my bank accounts and put my money in there. Now, when Killer Mike did something like that a while ago, and I had a friend of mine, he had an $8,500 check he had $8,500 in a bank account, right? He went and pulled out $8,500, left like $10 in the bank account, and went and tried to open an account at the bank that Citizens Trust Bank, whatever the name of that bank is, that Killer Mike was trying to get everybody to put their money in. And the problem was they would not even take his damn money. This dude had I think he had how much did he have? $8,500. They wouldn't even take it. You know why? Because he had an old check systems that he had to pay. So he said, okay, cool. You're not gonna take my checking. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna let me get a checking account. He said, can I open up a savings account? Now, one of the things about these white banks that you could do, even if you got a bank system thing, you can always open up a savings account. Well, guess what? Not at the black bank. You can't do nothing. They wouldn't take nothing. You know what I'm saying? He said, man, he went right next door to another bank because he didn't like his other bank. He went right next door to another bank, walked right in there off the street. They pulled this thing. They said, okay, you got a check system thing, but we do have this second chance account. I think it was Wells Fargo. So Wells Fargo gave him a second chance account, and he was able to get in and do what he had to do. And he didn't have to worry about none of that. See what I'm saying? Now, why is it that he can do that and go into the white bank and get an account, but you can't go into a black bank and get an account? Why is that? See, that's the key issue. That's the difference between a lot of these different black banks is they don't have the products. They don't provide. You know what I'm saying? They don't have an internet presence. They're not really using and leveraging the internet as a presence as hard as they probably should be. They're not. You know what I'm saying? The way people are right now, they should be trying to leverage that, but they're not. You know what I'm saying? So, guys, if I was you, I would definitely look at, that 50% thing. And it was in the other video from last night about work ethic. Work ethic is everything. Just look at that. Look at the little clip in there where he was just talking about living on half of his money, living on saving his money, budgeting his money. This is how, and that's my homeboy from Mr. Black from his channel. He quit. This brother was making $100 and some thousand as a nurse, whatever. He was running a hospital. He quit. He does real estate full time right now. He has bought up a bunch of houses around the Houston area, Houston, Texas. And he does that full time. He flips and he builds new. Full time. He said that's all he do is real estate now. He said he makes his own schedule. He said he's much more happy. He was stressed working at that hospital. Y'all see what I'm saying? This is key, man. This is key. You know what I'm saying? So guys, just take your time. Look at what it is she wanted, what it is we got to do. What you feel like you have to do in life, man. Make sure you got your mind right and get on out there and do what you got to do, man. Thank y'all. God bless.